Vinicius will miss tomorrow's match, which is undoubtedly the toughest game in this league stage of the Champions League. Real Madrid needs to win 3 of the 4 remaining matches in this stage to qualify for the round of 16. Let's hear from Carlo Ancelotti.
Tomorrow, 2 teams with a combined total of 21 Champions League titles will face each other. What do you think can be expected from tomorrow's match?
This will be a very interesting match. As always, a game between Liverpool and Real Madrid, 2 historic clubs in this competition, each with their own characteristics and qualities, will come down to who has the character and personality to impose their style of play. Liverpool has always been a very competitive and dangerous team. They were under Klopp, and they continue to be under their new coach.
At what moment did Vinicius get injured?
If I'm not mistaken, he got injured at the end of the match. But what matters is not when he got injured, but that he is injured. And even more important is trusting that he will recover soon. Right now, we have to focus on the players who will replace him.
When players travel far with their national teams, don't you think it's better to give them a little more rest?
Well, what do I think about this? I think I hear a lot of advice, but people need to remember that I've managed over 1,300 matches, prepared more than 1,300 lineups, and made nearly 4,000 substitutions. So there's no one here who can give me advice on this matter.
You once said that nothing keeps you up at night. But now, with such a tight schedule, so many matches ahead, and the team dealing with numerous injuries, how are you personally feeling?
I'm doing well, and the team is doing well too. The last 2 matches have gone well, and I think we found a good level of play. We're playing with more solidity and feeling good. We have confidence in ourselves to face this match. We know our opponent is playing very well and will push us to perform at our best. But as I said, we're confident in ourselves, and this is an opportunity for us to return to our top form. I'm sure this will be a great match. Anything can happen, but we're ready to compete with confidence.
Lucas Vázquez is back in the squad. Will you continue using Valverde as a right-back, or will Lucas return to that position?
Honestly, Valverde has done a great job, and I had no doubts about him. However, that was an emergency situation because we didn't have a proper right back available. Now Lucas is back. He showed yesterday that he's physically ready, and today he'll train again. So it will be an option to select players, something that wasn't possible in the last match.
We're about halfway through this new league phase in the Champions League, and there was a lot of...
We're now halfway through the league stage of the Champions League, and so many matches can physically affect the player's health. There are more matches from early stages in the season for your team. Have you changed your mind about the new tournament format? What do you think?
Personally, I think we need to wait before forming an opinion. This is a new tournament, and this initial phase is different from the previous group stage. Speaking about tomorrow's match, it will be a big game and an important one. We have to try to earn points and aim to win as many points as possible in the remaining matches to secure a good position in the standings at the end of this phase. I don't know if we'll manage to be in the top 8 because we've already lost 2 games so far. It won't be easy, but we must win as many points as we can.
There's been much talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold's future, and we know Real Madrid's interest in this player is serious. Last time you faced Liverpool, you said that for you it was like a derby. Will tomorrow's match feel like a European classic?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk or think about Alexander-Arnold because he's not my player. I have fond memories of Everton, but when it comes to a Liverpool versus Real Madrid match, I will always show respect for Liverpool, even though I'm still an Everton man.
You've mentioned that your players need to be responsible and notify the staff if they feel any discomfort. This isn't just about Vinicius, but shouldn't a player request a substitution if they feel there's a risk?
This does happen sometime. Players are professionals and responsible. They won't risk injury just to stay on the pitch. All the players who recently returned from international duty were assessed days in advance and had an extra day to recover since we played on Sunday. Players like Vinicius and Valverde seem to be in good physical condition, and that's all. However, sometimes injuries happen, and we all know the reason now. Everyone knows there are too many matches to play.
There have been many Liverpool versus Real Madrid matches in recent years, including 2 Champions League finals, but Liverpool hasn't won any of them. Do you think these 2 teams are favourites to win the tournament, and could a victory tomorrow influence that?
I think tomorrow's match is very important. Every victory gives you more confidence, and with that, you start to believe more in a brighter future and your chances of winning. Liverpool is doing well in this tournament, but we are back and we hope to play well tomorrow. We will approach the match with strength. We can't talk about the end of the season because no one knows the future. We hope to still be here as we always are.
In the past 3 months, Real Madrid has had 11 muscle injuries. Yesterday, Vinicius said the match schedule is crazy. Do you think the number of injuries is due to a challenging calendar for the team?
Yes, we've also had 7 knee injuries. Thinking about how to avoid this is quite complicated. It's really difficult because this isn't just a problem for Real Madrid. It's a general issue affecting many teams, not only in Spain but also in England, where many players are dealing with injuries. Everyone manages these situations in their own way with their own methods. But what doesn't change is the number of injuries. We just have to endure this situation. As we did last season, we have to see injuries as an opportunity to become better.
A few weeks ago, you mentioned that you had found a solution to the team's problems. In the last 2 matches, the team's level has improved by limiting the opponent's chances. Has attention to detail made the difference? What details have been key so far?
The difference in the last 2 matches is that we've been able to field a more compact team, and they've played together with more solidity. I think this has been the key, and I believe it can also be the key for tomorrow's match, as well as for the upcoming games.
Raúl Asensio played well against Leganés, but this is the best tournament in Europe. This is the Champions League, against a very tough opponent in a challenging stadium. How do you see Asensio ahead of this match?
I see him doing very well. I see a young player with maturity and the personality to take on this challenge. I don't see him nervous. I see him focused on his work. I saw that he did an excellent job in the last 2 matches, and I'm confident he'll perform well in tomorrow's game.
You've said your heart is with Everton, a club that has struggled since you left a few years ago. Was it foreseeable what would happen to them?
Of course, I follow Everton and I have a good relationship with the club. But for now, I have a match tomorrow and we'll talk about this topic later.
Tomorrow, after the game, I will talk to you about this.
Hablaré después del partido mañana.